Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book haul slash book shopping video. So before you get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Link will be in the description box down below. So yeah, let's get started. So it has been a while since I went to the bookstore, so I ended up buying one book only because there were so many books that I wanted to get that were not there, that were out of stock and everything, so I could not get them. And around, they had my favorite sections whenever I go to a bookstore is obviously the murder, mystery, thriller, crime, and like the classics section. Those are like my favorite, and then the fantasy, romance, and anime are just there. Like I don't go to them, but I'll say I filmed them just so you guys can see what they had. But yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about the books that I wanted to get, and then at the end I'll show you guys the book that I actually got. So I have a long list obviously, but when I was going to the bookstore, the books that I wanted to get was Carrie by Stephen King, Circe, The Song of Achilles, The Count of Monte Cristo, and Anna Karenina, but I wanted to get the Penguin versions of those two. I wanted to get Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. Sally Rooney book I've read is Normal People, and I absolutely loved it. So it's her most recent book. It came out like a few months ago, maybe like a year ago. I don't really remember. So I wanted to get that one. They did not have it. So obviously my favorite section is the classics. So those are like the books that I wanted to get. Oh, I also wanted to get Nana, like the manga series Nana. I have been wanting to read that for a long time. I know I can read it online, but I want the manga, okay? So I ended up browsing through the mystery, thriller, and also the classics section, because those two are like my favorite, and they're like most of the books that I wanted to get are from those two sections. And I was just browsing, seeing what I wanted to get. I found The Count of Monte Cristo, but it was not the Penguin Classics, I guess, print. And the last time I went to the bookstore, I did see The Count of Monte Cristo in the Penguin Classic print. There was only one left, and the spine was totally cracked, like the whole spine. So I was like, I'm not gonna get a new book with the spine already cracked, even though, most likely it will be cracked when I start reading it because it's such a huge book. So unfortunately, I did not get it, but this time they did have it. Once again, not the Penguin print, so I ended up getting this one, and this was like their last one. They had only one left in another print, so I was like, I'm getting it, I don't care. And it was pretty cheap, and I think because it's of the print. So the book that I got was The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas, and it's my first time getting an Alexander Dumas book. This was pretty cheap. This was $5 for a book like this, and I think because it's of the type of print, I don't know what print is this. They had a lot of these word sort of classic books, and they were all like really cheap. They were like mostly $5, so I got this, and this was the only one that they had. Now the spine has like a little mark on it, like a pencil, I believe. I don't know if y'all can see that, like right here. So that is kind of devastating, but I don't really care because it's a great price, and all these prints have such beautiful covers. Look at that cover. Now the downside of this book, and I believe all of the books that are published from this publisher have extremely small like prints. So I want to show you guys, like the print is just tiny. It doesn't look that tiny on camera, but it's really small. So that's the downside of this publisher, I believe. That's probably why they're cheap. I'm gonna read the back, and then I'm gonna get into other books that I saw in the store and everything like that. Okay, story of Edmond Dante's self-styled Count of Monte Cristo is told with consummate skill. The victim of a miscarriage of justice, Dante is fired by a desire for retribution and empowered by a stroke of providence. In his campaign of vengeance, he becomes an anonymous agent of fate. The sensational narrative of intrigue, betrayal, escape, and triumphant revenge moves at a cracking pace. So yeah, so basically this book is about revenge and everything, which I love. Now, I've never read a classic that's this big. I've read classics before, but none of them have been over like 1,000 pages. This is like 1,000 pages, okay? I've never even read like a normal book that's not a classic that's this long. So actually, yeah, I've read like 600-page books, maybe 7, but never like 1,000. So this is my first like classic. I don't know how long this will take me to read. I do have a book that's 1,000 pages, but I haven't read it yet. It's still on my TBR. So yeah. Now, whilst I was at the bookstore, I was between like 4 books, I believe, and I ended up getting this one. So I was between these 4 books, obviously The Count of Monte Cristo, Freud, Circe, and Carrie, and I did not know which one to get, but yeah. And I also have a lot of books on my TBR that I have not read yet, so I do not want to get a lot, even though I want to. You know, I believe that, you know, people believe that buying books and reading is like the same hobby. In my opinion, that is false. I truly believe this, that buying books is like a separate hobby to actually reading. Like, they're 2 separate hobbies. Comment down below if you agree. We'll read this book. I don't know if I'm gonna like do like a reading vlog, but comment down below, do you want to see a reading vlog of me reading this book? Like, when the text is big, it like, for me it's really quick to read, but when the text is like really small, it obviously takes me longer to read because it's small. So I really like the cover. Like, appreciate the cover, you guys. Like, I'm gonna do like a close-up shot of the cover and everything because it's so pretty. Look at the detail, you guys. Like, that is so pretty. Look at the title, it's kind of like metallic. And the side is kind of messed up, but whatever. You see this thing? I don't know if that's like a pencil or something, but it's kind of annoying. Although this was $5, but this was the only one that they had. I wanted to change it because of that, but they didn't have any other ones. And look at the print, guys. It's pretty small. Like, I'm gonna compare it to like another book with like a normal size print. Usually these bigger books do have smaller prints in general, but I feel like this type of publishing company has smaller prints. So I have a couple of example books over here to show you guys the prints. So this Crime and Punishment print by Fyodor Dostoevsky, the publishing house is Penguin Classics, but it's not like the, you know, half black, you know what I'm talking about, type of Penguin Classic. But anyway, this is a big book. It's about like, it's a 700-page book. Well, the book itself is like 6 something, but like the whole book itself is like 700. This is the thickness, and this is the thickness of the Cristo. This is about 1,000 pages. This is 700. So obviously this is still a pretty big book. So the font is, I love this book, guys. I love floppy books, and this is a floppy book. I love this book so much. As y'all can see, the print is not that small, even though it's a big book. This is the size comparison of the print. So this is a 700-page book, and then this is a 1,000-page book. And as you can see, this is way smaller. Now they should be the same exact size, but because if it was like if this was the like original Penguin Classics, I guess, the print would have been the exact same size as this one comparing. Now this is like a small book. This is like a 200-something page book, and usually these have like bigger prints. As y'all can see, this is like a big print. But if we compare it to the Crime and Punishment book, which is a bigger book, and by bigger books we mean the print is smaller. At least that's what people believe so. And as y'all can see, they're the same size. This looks bigger because this page is empty, but if we go to a fuller page, oh, that's empty as well. Oh my god, they're all empty. Hold up. This page is full. As y'all can see, they're the same size, and this is a smaller book. So this is a little life, right? And this is a big book. This is like a thousand pages, I believe. The same amount as Monte Cristo. So the print is pretty small, right? But if once again we compare it to the Count of Monte Cristo, this is a little life. It looks very, very similar on camera, but this is a little bit bigger. A little life is a little bit bigger than this one. So yeah, that's just a little something to know, that these are cheaper, but the print is way smaller, and if that's like an issue for you, then do not get this print, even though they're so pretty and affordable. But yeah, I don't know why I did this segment, but I just wanted to talk about the prints a little bit. And I love like this print. I obviously love Penguin Classics. They're like my favorite. I just love it so much. I do have some Penguin Classics and I just love them, and I love the covers, like the half black obviously, and then the half like with the beautiful like art piece, which I love. So those are the ones that I like. And Anna Karenina, God, that's such horrible pronunciation, but Anna Karenina, this type of book is really pretty, but I believe that the Penguin Classics print is so much prettier. If I find it, I'll put it up on the screen. It's so pretty. It is $20 though. $20 or $5. I'm in love with the prints of these books. So yeah, comment down below if you want me to do like a reading vlog. It doesn't matter if it's about this book or another book. Yeah, anyways. By the way, we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. We're like halfway there. So please subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, because I want to get to like 1,000 like by the end of this year. I want to get into 2026 and I already have 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, share this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!